New York City, of course, Queens is the hometown of President Trump. So a much more cordial kind of one-on-one than many would have expected, given the rhetoric we've seen on social media and what these men have said about each other. Look, there's some very heavy conversation here, topics here, talking about a peace deal with Ukraine. The president talking about how the Ukrainians will have to accept this deal, that they need to take a deal, without giving any more details really than that. And then a lot of talk about something that keeps those two together, that they both have really popular on their bases, which is the lack of being able to afford a lot of things.
To that end, Christine, can we dig into the topic of affordability? Of course, you're our senior business correspondent as well. How did it sound? What were they discussing, especially in the context of the state of the economy?
Well, you heard the mayor-elect very clear about the cost of energy, the cost of groceries, the cost of rent in New York City. And he talked about how so many New Yorkers can't afford a Metro card to get to work. And the President of the United States vowed that he would help with the affordability issue, and the two of them would be able to work together on that. The President pointed out the gas prices are down and said maybe they'd have to talk to Con Ed in New York to try to do something about that. And the President also said something that he says a lot, you guys. He talked about groceries, the price of groceries. He keeps calling it, it's an old-fashioned word, the groceries, but everyone's talking about it again. Grocery prices are up. They're up over the past year. And inflation, while not as steep as it was even a couple of years ago, inflation is still 3%, which is a kind of a level that, given all the price increases we've seen over the past few years, people can really feel it. So these two men together in the Oval Office, Zoran Mamdani, really elected because the money doesn't last the month for so many people who live in New York City. The president elected by saying he could lower prices on day one. Now they say they'll work together.
Fascinating meeting. Christine Romans, appreciate you covering that for us. Thank you.